Are the days of buying expensive golf balls well and truly over? Hi everyone, my name's James Robinson. Welcome back to the channel. Today we have some golf balls that you can save a fortune on and are supposed to be rather good. These are a three-piece sirloin dew point golf ball. I believe I've said that right. And to be honest, they look very, very good, especially for the price. So in today's video, we're going to test them both out here on the golf course and in the simulator to see just how they do perform against some bigger name balls, and see just if you could potentially save yourself some money, lower your scores, and just all around be a happier person. So guys, these are of course the Mint Ambition Tour golf balls, and we have tested Mint golf balls before, but never the Ambition Tour. So these are a three-piece ball. They are designed to have a really high performance cover, and three-piece just like a Pro V1 for around €30 a dozen. Yes, we've gone euros today because that's where I get the information from, in euros. So put that in pounds if you want, or in dollars, or in rupees, or whatever you want. Chris, let's see just how this sirloin cover, or sirloin cover, does fly. I'll tell you what, that felt really solid. Not bad. We'll have a bit of that. Can we just have a moment for Lucy? What a dog. What a dog. Lucy! Sorry Chris, I was looking at the dog.
Oh, we're back in the game, are we?
Guys, hit that subscribe button if you like dogs.
And if they should be allowed on the golf course.
Definitely.
Right, it certainly feels different in the hand, so a different, obviously, cover, a sirloin.
How do you pronounce that, do you think?
Comment below.
Nice, that is a great drive. Two good shots to kick off with.
Yeah, feels solid, straight out the middle there.
That's the centre stripe ball. And the really interesting thing here is when you do look at them, the high performance cover with the new multi-dimple design. So it's not just one dimple, Chris, there is a multi-dimple design, which does help get the ball airborne, imparts a more stable flight and generates more spin for short game. So generally what we're saying here is you get longer drives and better short game spin. Where have we heard that before when testing golf? It's everywhere, isn't it?
Never before.
Never before. Guys, do me a favour, get in the comments below, have you ever heard of Mint golf balls? Would you use them? And for the price, would you use them instead of a Titleist TaylorMade Callaway? And so on and so forth.
There you go.
So budget in golf is now a factor more so than ever. Everything in the world is expensive. Your gas is expensive, electric's expensive, your cars are expensive, your mortgage is probably expensive if you've still got one. We're going to be mortgaged up for quite a while, I think.
34 years left.
Yeah, not ideal. So the last thing you want to be doing is spending a fortune on your golf balls, especially if you lose them. Really, a golf ball is the only piece of golf equipment you should lose.
Well, hopefully not.
Hopefully not. I mean, I have lost wedges in the past, putters, I've lost a lot of rangefinders, and I've even lost the occasional driver actually, but that was more a break than a loss. But the big thing is, if it can perform pretty well, if it can perform up there with a Titleist golf ball, this is designed to be a very similar ball as the Titleist Tour Speed, a golf ball which is a little bit more expensive, more like £40 a dozen. You've put miles on, this can't be my ball.
Just 50 yards, I think it is.
It is as well.
Well,
I'll tell you what's happened there, Chris. Mine's hit that 150 marker.
Oh, has it?
And it's come all the way back.
I'll just check for definite how far it is.
That's staggering. It must have hit it.
Oh, it's 49.
Park any closer to the ball?
49. And to the flag, you have 180.
Honestly, I think that's hit that 150 marker.
I know it didn't. With my great eyes, I watched it just be a lot shorter than mine, unfortunately.
Right.
Pure speed in my first
So
swing
we've got
of the
a
day.
6 iron.
There you go.
How does it fly with an iron?
It's a good flight.
It's a lovely low flight, isn't it? I've pulled it a little bit. That's going to be up there though. The last thing you're going to do is take that bunker on realistically, is it? So,
especially when you've hit it that short off the tee.
yeah. How's your thumb?
Oh, I'm back in action.
We had an injury yesterday.
Splinter gone.
Good stuff, mate. I'm pleased for you.
Back in the game.
You must have around 130 then, if that was the 140 maybe.
Yeah, but it's uphill, so I'm going to go a nice easy 8-iron. Let's see if we can control one in.
That's a big thing when testing balls. Obviously, we are going to go in the studio later and see just how it performs. But realistically, you want to be able to fly a ball how you want to as well.
Yeah, let's see. A little knockdown 8-iron.
That's an awful strike, but it's going to be up there. That's done incredibly well for you. Look at that release up to that flag.
This is a terrible golf shot. I thought I was going in the bunker, but felt a little bit firm. I know it was off the bottom there, but it certainly doesn't sound as soft as something like a urethane cover.
Yeah, that's the big thing that you are generally paying for. So we know it's got a 3-piece construction. I mean, that could be 3 pieces of anything, bearing in mind you're going to have a cover, a shell, and then a kind of core. But the big thing is, what is that cover made of? Because urethane is a more expensive rubber or a more expensive plastic. That's why kind of urethane golf balls are a little bit more expensive, and you do sort of start to see how the ball launches differently with a sirloin or a dew point cover as opposed to a urethane cover. I'm not massively into the physics of it, but it's very interesting how different plastics can launch differently.
Yeah, true. Oh. True, but I've still managed to feather it on the green. You should be on the left side. Oh, you're pin high.
Yeah, I'd rather have my putt, I think.
Good distance control from you.
That's embarrassing. Closer in too after that drive.
It is very embarrassing. But a great alignment aid on these. So as James goes and reads, but again, alignment aid here, pretty good, nice and thick there, so you're going to be able to get some feedback. It's going to help you aim. If we're going at the flag, you can see there we can get that aiming good. We can get some feedback. So let's see on James's putt. Can he get it in? Or if not, why has he missed? Looks a good pace. So rolling end over end there, very clear, but just a little bit under pace, James. Not bad from there though.
Yeah, pleased with that from 40 feet, to be fair.
You're expected 3 putt more than your 2 putt from there. Not James. Hold. Roll.
Ah, yeah, big fan of the alignment aid. I think it's so easy at the moment to get a good alignment aid on the ball, and some companies do just get a little bit lazy with it, whereas just, to be honest, just something a bit thicker does help, doesn't it?
Yeah, certainly gives you that feedback. Be interested here to see how it feels off a putter. This is a soft putter. Obviously, know the feel off a premium ball, but sirloin, sirlane. How does it feel?
It's underpaced. I always think when talking sirloin, if you think of urethane, that's more fillet.
Yeah, pretty much. We've got a little bit of a lower cut here. That was more me than that. I didn't feel too much. It did feel a little bit firmer than, but that's exactly what we're coming to expect here. But it's all about the money, and we know we'll obviously get comments saying, well, the Kirkland's a 3-piece urethane. Yes, but it all depends on what kind of ball flight you want to see, what kind of speed you've got.
Great putt. That would have been so embarrassing, wouldn't it, if you'd have lost that after that drive?
How embarrassing.
You see, Chris makes a valid point there, because realistically in this market, I don't think the Pro V1 or the True Soft or anything like that is really the ball to beat, because if people are going to go to the pro shops, they're going to buy those golf balls. You can't buy these golf balls in pro shops. You buy them online. The more you buy, the more you save, pretty much that kind of mentality. I think realistically here, the big competitor is probably the Costco ball, is the Seed golf balls, is the Snell balls, all these balls that are kind of either online only or a kind of different location than a pro shop or a Golf Galaxy. Right, I'm going to try and play a nice low cut, Chris. Start at that 150 and just move away. Keep coming. Keep coming. Come on.
Oh.
Just stayed there a touch, didn't it?
It stayed low and it did fade, so it did exactly what you was asking of the ball.
It's a similar line to mine. Luckily enough, there's no water in that hazard at the moment because we're having a drought.
Fantastic news.
And I'm going to be brutally honest here, I honestly think the Costco ball does take a lot of beating for the price, and people have even kind of questioned if we're sponsored by Costco, and to be honest, if they do want to sponsor us, absolutely get in the mixer. Yeah, because I'll take loads of HP sauce and toilet roll and nappies at the moment for the young one, not for me. But I think if you're going to go and get more budget golf equipment, it still has to work, it still has to perform. Really looking forward to getting this in the studio, seeing how it does perform in regards to ball speed. I don't think it'll be the same, I think it'll be a little bit lower, just seeing where these balls have gone off the drivers. But really interesting to test how many people actually test golf balls on a launch monitor and see how they perform, and how many people just bring them out, play them for a couple of holes. Yeah, that feels good. Actually, I shot them around in my life, Barry, so I'm going to go and order 148 balls.
Why not?
Luckily we've not lost any here because there's no water in that hazard. Actually, maybe there is some water in the hazard. The drought is over.
Just a massive pond.
Oh, nearly an ankle gone. We've got them both, neck and neck. Both sat down and both in the deep rough. There's loads of dragonflies around here, so can we be quick?
Why do they bite?
I don't know, I don't want to stay and find out if I'm being honest.
Oh, right, let's go.
Little knuckleball out there.
Oh.
That's Chris's impression of the Sergio run and skip.
Trap.
Is it?
Yes.
This has got all the makings of an injury. I'm actually quite happy with that because I've not hurt myself. That was massively above your feet.
Oh dear. Well, we gave him a good test.
Yeah. Right, that was a difficult one. This one's sat down in the rough again, so I probably won't get too much spin. This is where actually this cover might help you, because if it launches higher, then the ball's going to stop more with the launch angle rather than with a bit of spin. Come on, Chris is in the trap, so up and down might do it. Be good.
It's popped up. Pretty
See,
good.
that went lovely and high, didn't it?
It certainly did.
See where that's finished. Right, Chris, in the bunker. Mine's just flag high, not a bad shot realistically. Got it uphill probably 10-12 feet for par. Let's see how this manages out the bunker. The big thing I'm looking for here is how does that cover last? Go on, run up, run up.
Go
Not a
on.
bad shot. Interested to check this cover out and see just how that has fared. Because it's one thing buying a budget golf ball, but then if it's not very durable, there's not a lot of point, is there? Oh, it's not finished moving. That doesn't look too bad, actually. Yeah, not bad at all. Right, Chris, a pretty lengthy putt here for par. Tell you what, go on then. Oh. And here's an interesting kind of thought as well. When you are testing golf balls, are you the guy who goes and shoots a good round and goes, right, that's the ball for me? Or are you the guy who says, right, I need to know, first of all, how does it feel? I need to know then how does it perform with driver, what ball speed am I getting? And then what spin window am I hitting and launch angles? Because I know kind of loads of different people who would go different ways in choosing a golf ball. I also know people who would go, well, it's cheaper, so I'm going to go with that because I lose loads and it's really not going to help me anyway. Oh, it's gone so far left.
Wasn't the ball?
No, mate, that wasn't the ball.
My gosh. Power down.
Delightful. Delightful, lovely roll. Right, Chris, I'll let you lead us away with driver. We're going to say winner takes all on this hole, and then you're going to test these for short game over on your channel, I do believe, are you?
We certainly are, yes.
I must admit, I'm very, very impressed with the ball flight you've been getting with driver. So guys, before we do conclude here, let's jump in the studio, let's see just how these golf balls do perform for numbers and see just how they do stack up against some other bigger name brands. Could you have these in the bag? Would you have them in the bag? And would you have them in your shopping basket on the Mint website? Perfect.
Shot.
Okay guys, so I tested the Mint Ambition Tour golf ball both with 8 irons and with driver against the TaylorMade TP5, which is my golf ball of choice in the studio, just because it was what I had handy and I wanted to see just how these balls would differ. So you can see with the 8 iron, very, very interesting numbers, a little bit less ball speed, a little bit less spin, resulting in a little bit less distance, a little bit less carry, and a little bit less control as well. And then when it came to driver, again a little bit less ball speed, a little bit more spin actually with the driver, and a little bit of a difference in distance there. But for me, I wasn't swinging at my best when testing this. I did this actually a couple of days ago, but not a huge difference really, I don't think. I mean, yeah, there's a bit of a difference in the spin there, but for the price that you're paying for these, are pretty much half the price at €30 or £25, whatever you want to say. I think these are a pretty good ball for the money, and Chris actually hit them a lot better off the tee than me. So I'm really interested to see Chris's numbers. Go and check them out on his channel. This is really interesting because, so this golf ball for me, it's not really kind of performing off the tee like I would want it to. But for you, Chris, it's absolutely dominating, isn't it?
It is. It's blind out. I was just looking at there just again. Another ball we've used, another video we've done today. A few scuffs on there, but nothing like over the top.
Now I must admit, the big thing for me here is when we get golf balls to test, obviously the last thing you want to do is waste golf balls after you test them, and like we've been filming some videos today, some instructional content and a few product reviews, and the biggest thing we can say is we're quite happy to have them in the bag for that price.
Definitely, yeah. I don't think off the driver I've lost that much, and I think for me now it's more about scoring irons. Obviously from there, can I fly to wedging, because that's where we know if we hit more greens and hit it closer, that's where we're going to lower the handicap.
Your issue here is you're on a severe downslope. Bang in the middle of the fairway though.
Yeah.
Be good.
It's a low one.
Be good. That is outstandingly good. That was a chippy 8-iron from 140 into the wind.
It's a good miss it.
Huh? The big thing there as well is you can't do that with a rubbish golf ball. If that golf ball isn't performing, you can't keep that down. That is awesome. So although maybe I'm not getting the off the tee performance, I'm still being able to control those irons. There's no way Chris hits it inside that now. No way at all. What a shot.
Stopped very quick as well there, so
Yeah,
plenty of spin on the ball. It had one bounce forwards and then stopped dead, which again, would you expect that with this cover? Maybe not.
I'll tell you what, that could be just as good. Ooh, tiny bit long, but did stop very, very quickly.
Travesty. Absolute.
At least you hit it past me off the tee.
And it launched low again, so it's doing what it says, but yes, 40 yards past James again.
Putt I'd rather have for the match, Chris, and it's an uphill one, not downhill to that flag.
Yeah, but stopped quick there, launched low, one big bounce and stop, so performing.
Very pleased with how that stopped there as well. Keeping it under that flag is a must. Tell you what, that is so good. Go on, go on, go on. I didn't think you could leave that short, you know.
No, I didn't, to be honest. It was on a perfect line.
Right, this is for the match. I'm going to have it out, Chris, please.
Oh. Out.
Turn. How's that gone that way?
The reverse slinger.
Never thought that was going to go.
I'll give you that.
Right, to not lose. Oh, it slid by, and that is a victory here on Talking Balls for the first time in quite a while. Guys, that is the Mint Tour Ambition golf ball. Let us know in the comments, is that something you would try? Do you like the price of it? Do you like the look of it? Chris, thank you for your time.
No problem. Come over to my channel and we'll see if I can hit another drive 50 yards past James.